Greetings friends, welcome again to my game room. Hey, today we're going to journey to India. Now India is the cradle of a lot of the games that we know and love today. The Chutes and Ladders, Shantraj and chess and Pachisi and a lot of other games that came out of India over the centuries. And this is one which is still played today, which is a very popular little game, Aadu Puli Attam. And that's what this says here in Tamil. Aadu Puli Attam. It is a classic in the genre of predator versus prey games, wherein one player plays tigers, the other player plays goats. In this particular case, the idea that the two players in a game have different strategies, different objectives and stuff like that is something that we don't see a lot in the West, but it is definitely a fun game, a classic game that has stood the test of time. Throughout the centuries, this game has seen slight variations in arrangement of the board itself and the pieces. There are still variations, house rules and such. There are also variants of the game that are castle sieges. There are others that are, rather than attempting to trap the predator, the prey is attempting to make their way to safe haven, into the den or into the pen or whatever the goal might be. So there are quite a few variations on this theme. So anyway, learn how to play Aadu Puli Attam, and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. One player controls 3 tigers, and the other player controls up to 15 goats. To start the game, the 3 tigers are placed in the apex of the triangle, as shown here. The goats start off the board. The player with the goats goes first, and play alternates between the players. Goats are placed 1 per turn on any unoccupied point on the board. Meanwhile, the player controlling the tigers can move 1 tiger 1 space in any direction to an adjacent space following the lines, or a tiger can jump over a goat onto an empty space on the other side of the goat, also following the lines. A jumped goat is then removed from the board. Note that the goats cannot move until all 15 have been placed on the board. After the last goat has been placed, on subsequent turns a goat can be moved 1 space in any direction following the lines on the board. Goats cannot jump or capture tigers. If the goats manage to trap all 3 tigers so they can't move, then the goats win. The tiger's objective is to remove 5 of the goats from the game. At that point it is impossible for the goats to win. Therefore, the tigers win. Now this particular game, as I said, it comes from India, the south of India. It's a province there called Tamil Nadu. It's also played in Karnataka, where it's called Huligata, and there's a variation in Andhra Pradesh that's called Puli Judam. And it can be found in Asia too, as far as China and Korea and their gaming traditions. So this is a classic of that predator and prey game. Ranks right up there with games like Lenchoa and Bogchal and Fox and Geese, Hare and Hounds, a lot of other games of the genre. And so I definitely encourage you to give it a try. This is Aadu Puli Attam, part of the Peg Pastime series, and available in the show notes here. We'll have a link where you can get a copy for yourself. I thank you for tuning in. Encourage you to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future videos, and we'll continue to teach you how to play some of these classic games from around the world. If you have any questions or suggestions, by all means let us know, and I look forward to seeing you again right here on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in, and remember to play every day.